Scott Disick is very upset with Kim Kardashian, and here's the reason behind it. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Scott Disick, who was once in a long-term relationship with Kourtney Kardashian, remains very close to her family, including her sister Kim Kardashian. Although Scott and Kourtney never married, he has maintained strong ties with the Kardashian family over the years. Kim Kardashian, who divorced Kanye West in 2023 after having 4 children with him, has found herself in a difficult position due to Kanye's recent controversial actions. Despite their separation, Kanye's behavior continues to reflect poorly on Kim, especially his recent online outbursts targeting the Jewish community. This has reportedly left Scott Disick deeply upset with Kim, and here's why. Scott Disick, who is Jewish, is said to be furious with Kim for not standing up more firmly against Kanye's hateful remarks. Kanye recently went on a social media rampage, posting anti-Semitic, homophobic, and sexist comments, as well as sharing explicit content. His account was eventually deactivated after 3 days of relentless posting. While Kim has expressed her disapproval of Kanye's actions in the past, including his recent inappropriate behavior at the Grammys with his wife Bianca Censori, she has remained relatively quiet about his latest controversies. This silence has reportedly angered Scott, who feels personally affected by Kanye's attacks on the Jewish community. According to an insider who spoke to the Daily Mail, Scott is particularly upset because Kim has not publicly condemned Kanye's recent anti-Semitic remarks. The source revealed, Scott was raised Jewish, and the fact that Kim has not denounced Kanye West's hateful anti-Semitic remarks absolutely infuriates him. He has had it with Kanye and takes personal offense to his attack on the Jewish community. Scott is also concerned that Kanye's behavior is setting a terrible example for their children, North, Sam, Chicago, and Saint, who are old enough to understand what's happening. This isn't the first time Kanye has made headlines for his controversial statements. In 2022, he posted a series of messages on social media, including one where he said he would go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. At the time, Kim publicly called him out, stating, "Hate speech is never okay or excusable. I stand together with the Jewish community and call on the terrible violence and hateful rhetoric towards them to come to an immediate end." However, this time around, Kim has remained silent, which has left Scott and others questioning her stance. Scott's frustration isn't just about Kim's lack of response, it's also about the broader impact of Kanye's actions. As a father, Scott believes Kanye's behavior is harmful to their children, who are exposed to his inflammatory statements. An insider explained, the fact that Kim has not said anything, nor anyone in the family, upsets Scott. As a father, he believes that Kanye is setting a horrible example for his children, who are pretty much all old enough to access what is going on. Scott fears that Kanye's actions could negatively influence the kids, especially as they grow older and become more aware of the world around them. While Kim's silence has been interpreted by some as a sign of her disapproval, others believe she needs to speak out more forcefully. According to reports, those close to Kim are encouraging her to address Kanye's behavior publicly, not only for the sake of their children but also to prevent the situation from escalating further. A source revealed, people close to Kim are trying to encourage her to address Kanye's posts for the sake of their children and to get ahead of it. Something needs to be done, some type of intervention, and if Kim can launch that, many around her think it will be the best for everyone involved. The Kardashian family's collective silence on the matter has also raised eyebrows. While Kim has taken steps to limit Kanye's interactions with their children by setting strict rules, her reluctance to publicly condemn his actions has left many, including Scott, feeling disappointed. Scott's frustration stems from his belief that Kim and her family have a responsibility to speak out against hate speech, especially given their massive platform and influence. Scott's concerns are not unfounded. Kanye's recent behavior has sparked widespread outrage, with many calling for accountability. His anti-Semitic remarks have been condemned by various organizations and public figures, and his social media accounts have been suspended as a result. However, the lack of a strong response from Kim and the Kardashian family has left a void, leading to criticism from those who believe they should be using their influence to take a stand. For Scott, this issue is deeply personal. As someone who was raised Jewish, he feels a strong connection to the community and is deeply troubled by Kanye's attacks. His frustration with Kim stems from her failure to publicly denounce Kanye's actions, which he sees as a missed opportunity to stand up for what's right. Scott's anger is also fueled by his concern for the children, who he believes are being exposed to harmful behavior and rhetoric. In the past, Kim has shown that she is willing to call out Kanye when necessary. Her 2022 statement condemning his hate speech was a clear example of her taking a stand. However, her recent silence has left many wondering why she hasn't been more vocal this time around. Some speculate that she may be trying to avoid further conflict with Kanye, while others believe she is prioritizing her children's well-being by keeping the situation private. Regardless of her reasons, Scott's frustration highlights the complexity of the situation. On one hand, Kim is dealing with the challenges of co-parenting with someone who has repeatedly made headlines for controversial behavior. On the other hand, she has a responsibility to use her platform to speak out against hate and injustice. For Scott, the lack of action from Kim and her family is unacceptable, and he believes that more needs to be done to address the situation. As the drama continues to unfold, it remains to be seen whether Kim will break her silence and publicly address Kanye's behavior. For now, Scott's anger serves as a reminder of the impact that public figures' actions can have, not only on their families but also on the broader community. The situation also underscores the importance of taking a stand against hate speech and setting a positive example for future generations. Whether Kim will step up and address the issue head-on remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: Scott Disick is not holding back in expressing his disappointment. Meanwhile, Kim Kardashian criticized for kids' safety while dating Pete Davidson after his disturbing admission. Recently, Kim Kardashian has been under fire from fans who feel she endangered her 4 children by dating her ex, Pete Davidson, following his alarming revelation in his Netflix comedy special, Turbo Fonzarelli. The backlash started when Davidson, 30, disclosed that he had been using ketamine during Aretha Franklin's funeral in August 2018, a disclosure that upset Kardashian's supporters. In his stand-up, Davidson openly stated, "I had to stop doing hard drugs because you can't be a drug addict in your 30s, you know. Doing drugs in your 20s is fine. It's like an excuse. You're like, I'm finding myself. It's cute, you know." According to The Sun, this admission led to a storm of criticism on social media, with many speculating about whether he might have been under the influence during his 9-month relationship with Kardashian. One critic on Reddit sarcastically commented, "Oh my word, somebody in Hollywood was high around children. Say it ain't so." Another added, "I wouldn't want him driving my kid around, but I definitely think there are different levels of how messed up he couldn't have been." Concerns intensified when a third critic remarked, "Children should not be left in the care of someone who is under the influence of horse tranquilizer, therapeutic or otherwise." Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.